Welcome again to my channel where we discuss the science behind this world of medicine. So today we are going to discuss about typhoid fever or the enteric fever and what are the diagnostic principles or the diagnostic tests to confirm whether you have a typhoid fever or not. So first, let us understand what causes typhoid fever. Typhoid is generally caused by a bacteria which is Salmonella typhi or Salmonella parotyphi. Now, how does this come inside our body? How do we get this typhoid fever? Is through oral route. Oral route means through ingesting or taking contaminated food or water which is contaminated with fecal matter having the paratyphoid or the typhoid bacteria in it. So yes, contamination of food and water with fecal matter is the most common route of typhoid fever infection. Now, what exactly are the symptoms when you have typhoid fever? Generally, people complain of high-grade fever, which even may go up to 102 degree Fahrenheit. They may have chills. Some people complain of acute abdominal pain. Some people have headache. About 40 to 50% of the people have retroorbital pain behind the eyelids and the head. A frontal headache is there in a lot of people having typhoid. Then a few people have nausea, feeling of vomiting or diarrhea, which is loose stools. So these are the most common symptoms of typhoid fever. You may find all of them or few of them in the people who are suffering from typhoid. Now the important concept comes is, how do you diagnose typhoid fever, or how does a doctor diagnose typhoid fever? Or what is important is a lot many people get their tests for typhoid done and proclaim that they have typhoid based on a few tests which may not be the correct method. So what is that? So first of all, the most commonly used test for typhoid is Vidal test. It is an age-old technique. It's more than a century-old technique, which is the Vidal test. Then the newer techniques are Typhi dot test, which detects the antibodies IgM and IgG. Then we have the blood culture and the stool culture. We will discuss each one of them. So Vidal test is having a negative predictive value. It has a very less positive predictive value. What does this mean? Means if Vidal test is negative, a doctor can be sure that yes, the person does not have typhoid fever. But a positive Vidal test does not confirm anything. The reason is there are a lot of chances of false positive Vidal test. The reason is previous infection with typhoid is also known to cause Vidal test positivity, or a similar kind of infection or the protein cross reaction, what we call, also causes Vidal test positivity. Meaning in your body you may have chemicals, antibodies which may be similar to the antibodies of what are found in typhoid patient, and hence it may cause a false positive. Means the antibodies that the Vidal test has detected may not be the antibodies of typhoid antibodies, but maybe some other antibodies which are similar to typhoid antibodies, and hence there are chances of a false positive Vidal test. Similarly, with Typhi.IgM and IgG antibody tests, these are serological surveys. These also have a negative predictive value. A negative test is confirmatory that there is no typhoid, but a positive Typhi.assay is confirming nothing, because there is a very, very high chances of a false positive even on a Typhi.IgM assay. The reason is again the same, that there are a lot of antibodies, lot of proteins in the body that may mimic the antibodies of Typhi.IgM. The true typhoid antibodies may be mimicked by other proteins and other antibodies in the body, causing a false positive Typhi.IgM and IgG. In fact, Salmonella parotyphi also causes the IgM Typhi assay to be positive, and Salmonella parotyphi does not cause much of the fever and symptoms as caused by the Typhi strain, which actually causes the typhoid fever. There are chances of Vidal and typhoid dot test being positive in one other scenario, which is if you have had prior vaccination. So a vaccination would induce the antibodies which may cross react with the Vidal test or the typhoid dot test, showing up as a positive Vidal test or a positive typhoid dot test, whereas it is not actually the typhoid antibodies currently or the typhoid fever, but the antibodies due to vaccine which are causing the positive test. So you need to be aware, and doctors are aware of this fact that yes, this can be a reason of a false positive Vidal test or a typhoid dot test. Now the question is, what is the confirmatory test for typhoid? The textbooks of medicine say there are only 2 or 3 positive tests for confirmatory tests for typhoid, which is blood culture, stool culture, or in some cases bone marrow culture. We will leave aside bone marrow culture because it is a painful procedure for a disease like typhoid. But yes, blood culture and stool culture are the only confirmatory tests for typhoid fever. Blood culture is generally positive in the first week of infection, and stool culture is generally positive towards the end of second week and third week of typhoid fever. These are the 2 confirmatory tests. Now, in population of India and the endemic zones of typhoid, the problem is there is a lot of consumption of antibiotics. And if a person is on antibiotic for some other disease or has taken antibiotic without prescription of a doctor, the blood tests may come out to be negative. Means the blood culture may not show up the Salmonella typhi or the typhoid bacteria in the culture. The reason is the patient has already taken some antibiotics without the prescription of the doctor. And hence the problem with blood cultures in India and other endemic zones of typhoid fever. But yes, whatever we say, the confirmatory tests for typhoid fever remains the blood culture, and in second and third week stool culture, which is basically getting or receiving positive cultures of typhoid bacteria in stool, is a confirmatory test for typhoid fever. There is no other confirmatory test for typhoid fever. Now, what are the treatment options available? Generally, because of the conditions we have discussed, that the blood culture may come out negative because a person is already having antibiotics or already has taken some antibiotics before even visiting the doctor, or the false positive rates of Vidal tests and the typhoid dot assays, doctors are left with treatment of typhoid fever based on the symptoms and a little bit prediction from the testing, but majorly from the symptoms. And in terms of treatment, doctors do have a couple of good antibiotics, the azithromycin and the ciprofloxacin, which are the gold standard treatment of choice for typhoid fever. And doctors are prescribing these medicines, and thankfully till date, there is no significant resistance to these antibiotics. But as patients, you need to take a caution that you should not overuse these medications or self-medicate any antibiotic, because self-medication, overusage of antibiotic leads to or contributes to resistant strains developing. And when resistance develops, that is when the country suffers, that is when the people suffer, because you do not have a treatment option available. Doctors do not have antibiotics higher up, or if they go even higher up, there are side effects of higher doses of highly complex antibiotics. So that is why it is an onus on us and everyone as patients to take care not to overuse antibiotics or self-medicate them. So these are the treatment options. Now, when coming to prevention of typhoid fever, what I would say is the prevention is to have hygiene, maintain hygiene, have hygienic food. Boiled, cooked food is one of the best things that you can do for yourself, because boiling or cooking the food kills the contamination. Even if the food or water is contaminated, it kills it. So this is something that you can practice. And then obviously you have typhoid vaccines available in the market, which as children in pediatric age group, typhoid vaccination is also given, and for adult age group also typhoid vaccination is available, which should be taken every 5 years as a booster dose. So that's all from my side with respect to typhoid. But I hope the things are clear to you, because in the season wherein a lot of people are diagnosed with typhoid, people start self-medicating, taking antibiotics on their self, and assume that these Vidal test and the typhi dot assays are confirmatory. But you should be aware that these are not confirmatory tests. Clinicians, doctors, we as doctors diagnose a patient purely based on the symptoms, plus culture, blood culture or stool culture is our confirmatory test. So friends, if this video was useful, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to watch my next video. Thank you.